It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got CD Lamb, always staying busy. He's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Cowboys and the Panthers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of, sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gutton, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? The season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra this one up. On third down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action here. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers about ready to take over. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Green, switch, yellow.
On first down, Lowry. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Garabay's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lowry, and down to the 44, 5 yards at a time. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Lowry. And a short gain down to about the 33. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Garabay's kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
18 Cardinal.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. All right, Charles, you know, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this one is incomplete.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now they'll run on the draw. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that joke college stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Lowry. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys.
Ready? 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Garibay's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Justin Jefferson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have regained the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before it's out of bounds. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That's the play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
The 71 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 5-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This one caught by Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside to break it inside. Really well-run route.
And he's got room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Panthers! A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is now 2. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. The Texans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Deontay Hardy, a touchdown reception. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Back to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Garibay's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns able to... second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He'll return it from the 6. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's HurT to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. HurT. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready?
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in the second half.
And right now, they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Lowry, and he'll take this one down near the 15. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. Touchdown! Tommy Trimble, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down.
And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. On 2nd and 10, HurT toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lowry, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Lowry, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Ready? Check pass.
From the 30 on 2nd down. HurT, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is HurT. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. Pretty move. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's HurT. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but This time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
On first down, Lowry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second and 5. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Then he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent, you get 5. That's a whale of a game.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what... He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. On first down, HurT. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CD Lamb, 75 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Gets around him, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. It led to a really nice game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Ready. 2 yards on the play. First down, Carolina.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Let's go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Up the middle they go. Lowry. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Come on, set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lowry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a real priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out Dallas gets set to take the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. HurT sets up to throw it. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now in the afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's HurT. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They go play action with HurT. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And apparently not liking what was taking place, so he'll just tuck it and take the sack. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. They'll try and throw for it with HurT. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Lowry. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Ready? Ready?
2nd and 6. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's HurT. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Panthers.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Look at the big man rumble. The 40. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Yellow, one, black one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's second down.
Get up.
Here's HurT to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Here we go. Set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. HurT. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They're going on fourth down with HurT. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. On first down, Lowry, and he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. This, in all probability, another run here on second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Lowry, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
Back to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and that'll bring up second down. He'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Carolina, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff races. They're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.